Hello everybody. It's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. We are going to bring you a beautiful little one. This is a spiral hot pad or trivet. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we're going to do this pattern. It is anything in the kitchen, guys. 100% cotton. Okay, so I did make this, but I'm going to go over how to make it. I used, just for the record, I used loops and threads, cotton. If you like this color, it's called Fuchsia. Now this was a brand new skein when I started, and it is, let's see, does it say 120 yards? You definitely can not get a whole second one out of it, but it will give you a nice amount left over for maybe a scrap project. But here they are. Here's the front and here's the back. I chose not to do a second one on the bottom and hook it because I love the way these scallop edges work, and this is perfect size for a pot or getting something out of the oven. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's dive into it, okay? You will need, obviously, your cotton yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. All right, so I'm going to set this off to the side, and we're going to do this. Let me enlarge so you guys can see what's going on. We're going to start with the magic ring. Sorry, I was coughing. We're going to start with the magic ring. Got stuff on my table here from all my projects. If you're struggling with a magic ring, you can do a chain 4 and slip stitch to the first chain. Forgive me, my hands are a little beat up. That's just from work, so I apologize if you notice it. Anyway, so now you're going to chain one more. So if you did the chain start, you want to chain 2. And guys, you're going to want to keep your chain 2s marked. All right? I strongly suggest it. So now in this ring, that chain 2 does not count, but it's a critical piece of this project. So do your chain 2. You're going to need to put in your ring 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and I'll meet you at 12. And here's my 12. I'm going to just pull my center shut as much as it'll go. And then where that chain 2 is, guys, you want to slip stitch in between that chain 2 and your first double crochet. Chain, you want to slip stitch right in front of that chain 2. Get my wording out. So do your slip stitch right in that chain 2. Take out your stitch marker. Chain 2 again. And then again, we're going to put our stitch marker right around that chain 2. All right. So now we did our chain 2, our first double crochet right there. That post, you're going to take your hook, and you're going to go around it, and you're going to do a front post double crochet. Okay. And then in the space right next to it here, redid it, right in that space right here, you're going to put your hook and you're going to do a double crochet. Right there. So in the next double crochet, you're going to do again another front post double crochet. Again, there's a space that's created after you do that front post. Don't be afraid to move your yarn around. Right there, you're going to do a standing double crochet. So you're going to go right into that space, not in the stitch, in the entire space, and do a standing double crochet. So again, in the next post, do a front post double crochet, just like that. And then in that space, do a standing double crochet. Okay, Again, next one, do a a front post double crochet. And then in that space, do a standing double crochet. And the next one, my dogs are sleeping, so if you hear anybody, that's just them snoring a little bit, so I apologize if you hear that. So you're going to keep doing the front post double crochet, and in that space, standing double crochet. You're going to do that all the way around. All right, keep doing that to the end, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, when you're coming around, after you do the front post on the 12th one, make sure you do that space right next to it and do your standing double crochet. We started with the front post, so you have to end with the standing. And then if I were you, I would count your front posts. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Make sure there's 12 of them, okay? And then 12 of the standing. So where your chain 2 is, you put your hook right in there and you slip stitch. Take your hook out, your stitch marker, chain 2 again, and then put your stitch marker back on. Now, to your left is your front post double crochet right there, to the left where your chain 2 is. You're going to wrap your hook and you're going to go around that front post, but make sure you go as close to the top as you can of it. Don't go digging down at the bottom, at the top. So you're doing another front post double crochet. So instead of 1 double crochet in that space this time, you do 2 double crochets in that space. Okay. Then here's your next front post double crochet. Go around it at the top, do your front post, and then in that space, 2 standing double crochets, 1 and 2. And again, here's your front post. We're going right around the top of that front post, and then 2 in the space. So do that all the way around, and I will meet you around. Okay, now I did, oh, there we go, sorry. Now I did my camera's moving on me, guys, I apologize. I have to work on that, I'm not sure why it's doing that. So I did my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it's storming here, so there's accidents all over. So if you hear them outside, I do apologize, but I live on a main road. So anyway, I did my last front post double crochet. I have to put in my 2 standing in that space, okay? 1 and 2. After you do your last one, you just slip stitch to that chain 2 right here. All right, but the spaces are going to keep getting bigger because you're putting more stitches in them every round. So then the next round would be chain 2, and then in that front post double crochet, you put your front post double crochet, okay, and don't forget to always mark your chain 2 unless you know where it's at. And then instead of 2 stitches, we put in 3 standing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then you keep doing that. Your front post double crochet in 3, and you do all the other way around, and you slip stitch to your chain 2. And then the next round would be 4 standing, and the next round would be 5 standing. The front post always stays the same, 1. It's each row, these go up by 1. So you just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. And as you're doing that, your gaps will get bigger. That's supposed to be. And then as you keep doing that, this shell, because you're doing more and more stitches, will start becoming more apparent. And then this will start curving, just like it's supposed to. So after 3, you do 4. After 4, you do 5. After 5, you do 6. After 6, you do 7. The 7 standing crochets is your last round. So it's a front post double crochet and 7 standing. That's all this pattern is. This pattern is very, very simple, and it's a lot of fun, and it works up. Oh, that's why. There we go. And it works up really nice, guys. So it's very simple, but if you ever have any questions on my tutorials or on our patterns, you're always welcome to comment below, and we will answer. We answer every question, guys. We do not let anything go by without answering your questions. Okay? Well, and then after you're done, just weave in your ends, and then you got a beautiful hot pad or trivet. Like I said, it is a really beginner-friendly pattern. It works up magnificent. Let me let you see it there. It works up magnificent, and it's a lot of fun. And you can use colored yarn, you can use one color yarn, you can use whatever, colors, but just make sure it's 100% cotton. That's all. That's the only catch. Well, I am Ronnie. I work with Maggie to bring you these fun crochet tutorials. This one was a good, easy, fast one. You can work these up really fast. And we will see you next time with Whip and Chain. It's always a work in progress here, guys. Have a good night. Bye.